Next up is Omnia, established in the 50s, also down in the Vaal region, close to Sasolburg, which happened to be where their main plant was. This one is more about fertilizers, and that's of course linked then to crop cycles. They're very good operators in this particular area. They also have a focus on open cast mining, and then there's a smaller specialty chemicals business. Market capitalization here, 11.3 billion rand, price earnings ratio 18.2, dividend yield of 2.05. You said you spoke to Rod Humphries, the CEO, at a recent conference.
Yes, I'm at a conference. It sounds like the business is doing okay. There have been some issues with the ammonia-urea ratio, which is basically how you price your fertilizer based on the more natural product, mostly from China, that is also available in the market. That is depressed the fertilizer margins a bit, but I mean a great management team. They're also going to hand over the CEO reign to the incumbent soon in the next few months. But the management team throughout the years have been excellent, and you can see in the capital allocation also they have these 4 to 5 year type terms of management incentive structures where they spend a lot of capital, but they generate a good return on that capital as well. So it's a business that has been definitely managed for shareholders, and that is a good thing.
Interesting that you say that, because a couple of years ago they had a bit of a steep fall in the share price, and there was some kerfuffle in the market about whether or not they had advantaged the management team in the way that they'd done some share allocations. Share chart though is interesting. It had a very nice period when the rains were raining and the mines were mining, and then things got a little bit rough with drought and with downturn in mining in 2015, 2016. They did a capital raise at 50 rands a share to the left of that chart. So it's been a bit funny. That's quite a funny looking chart there in 2016, 2017.
Yes, I think people maybe got just too negative after the drought and the weak rand. And since then, even though we still had a drought, the share has actually done quite well in the last year.
How much upside is there from the fact that it started raining again and that this maize crop's going to be so much larger? Isn't there an earnings booster coming from how much must have been sold in this preceding period?
In terms of volume, yes, but that's why I mentioned the ammonia-urea ratio. So the margins will be under pressure. Remember, they do more than just fertilize. I mean, it's quite technologically advanced in terms of the seed technology that they do, and
they've got very good
using
extension agents.
Yes, geo-positioning to make sure that the seeds are planted the right space from each other and the right amount of water and chemicals and phosphates and nitrates and sulfates. So, so a lot more complex than one would think from the outside.
But that's good, because then that means that they've got a real in with the farmer, the big ones, and then they get, become basically essential, and then there's good revenue annuity that comes from that year after year.
Correct. So the agri operation, very good, definitely got a competitive advantage because of the technology. The explosive business, more surface than deep level. We've still seen the volumes in iron also relatively resilient there. A little bit of impact from Western Africa and some of the mines that did get shut there, but not too bad. And then the chemicals business, smaller than ACI, which a lot of people compare Omnia to.
That's Protea Chemical.
Yes, Protea Chemicals.
It's been a poor performer in some years, but how's it doing now?
It's doing okay. It rebounded from a weak period the previous year, but they probably need to bulk up that business. And Protea is one of them, but they have a lot of different brands within the chemical cluster, and a lot of those can be bolstered up even further. So I wouldn't be surprised to see some M&A activity in that segment.
So you saw the man. Are you inclined to go hot on this one?
I think it's trading slightly below fair value. I like the long-term thinking of the management team. It seems like it's going to be a seamless handover of the CEO responsibilities. So it's a close one, but given the long-term well-positioning of the business, I would say hot.
Okay, I'll join you on that. Nothing like a little bit of info from the horse's mouth.